We're going to cover Women's Self-Defense Fundamentals 1. On this table, we're going to cover the basic blows that are especially effective for employment by women against a very large, strong male attacker. We're going to cover the fundamental blows. They're very few in nature. We'll cover the salient points, explain how they're best used, and explain how to employ them most effectively when attacked. The first blow that we'll cover is the heel of hand chin jab. We're going to learn this method in a specific drill pattern and then apply it to actual attacks. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, facing square onto the attacker. Bend the wrist back and claw the fingers. Wrist back, claw the fingers. Bring the hand in right underneath the shoulder. Step with your opposite leg and thrust to the point of the chin, coming up on the toes of the rear leg. So in this position, here we step and thrust, full extension of the arm and shoulder. Hand forward, step, and push. Good. Step a little deeper. Good. Make sure you're pushing with the back foot. Good. Very good. One more time. Good. Very good. Once you practice this drill, and very, very simple, very basic, for this position, just stepping and hammering to the point of the chin and extending the head back. Once you've done that, now start with the hands at the side. From this side position, step and strike to the point of the chin with no wind-up. If you imagine that someone tied a string around your wrist, and the string goes from your wrist over his shoulder, and there's someone standing behind him that jerks the string, your hand would naturally just fly out. Combine that now with the step, right to the point of the chin. No wind-up, no telegraph. Good. Very good. One more time. Good. Very good. The next important part of the chin jab is the chin jab eye gouge. That's why the hand should be in this clawed position. When we strike, right from this position, we straighten the wrist and lift the elbow slightly. In this manner, digging into the eyes with the fingers and then pushing down, trying to drive the attacker straight down into the ground. Don't claw at his face. Simply strike him, straighten the wrist, lift the elbow slightly, and dig the fingers into the eyes. And then use your body weight to drive him into the ground. And good, good. Again. Good. Again. Very good. Very good. Now, how do we apply these type of techniques? To any grab of wrist, elbow, shoulder, clothing, where there's a pulling action. As soon as you're grabbed, you're going to stiffen up instinctively. That's a natural reaction out of stress and fear. When the assailant pulls you, go with the pull and strike right with the heel of the hand, so that you're letting your own body, as well as his momentum, help make the strike that much more effective. As soon as you smash, always go in with that eye gouge. Make that part of the technique. Very good. That's it. One more time. Very good. Very good. This can be used from a clothing grab. Same idea. Pulls it, smashing right with the chin jab, and going right in for the eye gouge. Anytime the guy grabs wrist, clothing, and pulls, with one hand, come right in with that chin jab. Just let him follow right in and smash with the chin jab and dig at the eyes. If you notice the body position, with the head tilted back, the fingers gouging the eyes, his groin area is exposed. As soon as this strikes, as I go for the eye gouge, smash and step with the knee to the groin. The important part here is, if you simply knee to the groin and come back, You have not effectively injured him because you haven't used all of your body weight. But if you knee and step through, you're forcing all of your body weight through the target. That was just a little bit. Here's the idea. As opposed to doing this allows you to take all of your body weight and smash it through the vulnerable area. That's what you want to do. So you'll combine now in a drill from the full facing position. Step, chin jab, eye gouge, knee to the testicles, and step. Okay. No grab, just drill. Just drill. Good. Good. Again. Good. Very good. Now, we'll do the wrist grab. Good. Again. Good. Very good. One more time. Speed. Excellent. Very good. Very good. You can see how his strength and momentum, that pull, Elizabeth uses very, very well to smash with the chin jab and follow right through with the knee to the testicles. The next effective blow that can be used is using the edge of the stiffened hand, an edge of hand blow. The blow is not done in a martial arts type manner, where the hand is contracted like a knife hand, a shuto, tegatana. All the hand does is reflexively and instinctively snap open. Just stiffen the hand. That's all that's required. In the chin jab combination, we were full facing the attacker. As if the attacker appears in front of us, we're startled. We don't have time to change our body position or to take a defensive position, and we simply move right from whatever position we find ourselves. In situations where you are able, you should retreat at a distance where you are safe and angle the body. Put the hands in a non-threatening position. From this angled stance, now we simply step in, drop step in. All that is just lift the leg and just step in. As you step, strike with the edge of the hand, striking into the throat or anywhere into the facial area. Very, very simple. From the angled position, wherever the hands are, just drop step and strike. Going into the throat, the nose, the bridge of the nose, the eyes, the temple. Don't wind up. Don't wind up. From wherever the hand is, straight line right into the target. Just practice that and draw. Good. Yeah. Good. Okay. Maybe move us kind of. Anywhere in that neck or face area, you're going to have a stunning blow. A stunning blow. If done, if consistent practice, through consistent practice and strength training, or done by a male, these type of fast blows into the larynx or anywhere into the head are going to be devastating. When done by a woman who's facing an attacker that's considerably bigger, I'm not going to say that those blows are going to have the same effect as if a man of similar size and strength to the attacker did it. But the blows will be stunning blows. Those blows will be stunning blows. We're going to combine this with edge of the hand, chin jab, knee. From the angle position, drop step, edge of hand, chin jab, go for the eyes, slam the groin, and step. Strike, strike, and move. Good. 1, 2, and go. Very good. Very good. Okay, now do it from the wrist grip. Now, we're going to combine, what we first did was the pole, chin jab, knee. Now we're going to combine that with the edge of hand. For some reason, if the initial chin jab is not effective, you're going to do an immediate release. And you could do this right from the onset of the attack. Use the body, short, twist the body, break against the thumb. Step in and smash with the edge of the hand, shin jab, and knee. Okay, try not to use the edge of the hand against the wrist grip. Good. Now when you do this, this is very, very important. Don't let the body turn first and then use the arm. Lock the body strong. Turn all at the same time and then just unwind. Good. Good. Again. Very good. One more time. Good. Very good. Now, the last one, another important point about the chin jab is even if the attacker were to turn his head and the chin jab didn't fall directly on the point of the chin, anywhere that it strikes in the head is going to do damage. And because of the clawed position, the fingers automatically will find an eye to gouge. Okay, we turn the camera this way. Chin jab position striking here and gouging on it. But if his head was turned and I struck here, my index finger could still find an eye. So that's why we emphasize that clawed hand position. So no matter, the fingers are spread, so no matter where you strike him in the head, even if it's at an angle, you still have a finger that can drive into an eye, or a thumb that can gouge your rib. Okay, so that's very important. All right, the next combination that we'll do is going to be the edge of hand blow, chin jab blow. Knee to the groin, step, chin jab again. Lead side chin jab. Edge of hand, chin jab, knee. Chin, good. Good. One more time. Good. Very good. Now, as you see, the basic techniques can be repeated over and over. I can strike edge of hand, chin jab, knee, step, chin jab, knee, chin jab. I can repeat those basic techniques. Edge of hand, heel of hand, and chin jab, knee to the groin over and over again. And again, even though we're going to demonstrate from the wrist grip, they can be used from any single hand grab. Any single hand grab around the body, these can be used. Okay? Whenever someone grabs, if they pull or don't pull, it doesn't matter. You can use these basic combinations. From this, I can simply strike and strike. I can break this and strike, depending on what the situation, how the situation warrants an attack. To give you an example of what I mean, let's say Tony were to grab Elizabeth's wrist. I stand over here, okay? She can, as easily as she did that, she can take the edge of her hand and strike at me here. Now break his hold and strike at him, okay? So if we did that fast, just striking and striking again. Good. So you see, you get an idea of why these blows, these convulsive blows, and this strike and strike could be so effective even against multiple attacks. They're basic, they're hardcore, and she can use her entire body weight. In the chin jab, when she steps, it's entire body weight that hits. The edge of the hand, when she does the convulsive drop step, it's body weight that hits. So she's using the entirety of her body weight to smash through a target. That's very, very important. Even with the stepping knee smash to the groin, very important that the entire body is driven through. Okay, the next technique that we're going to use is going to be against this type of attack, a one-hand grabbing. What we have to do is we have to break the hold going to the thumb side, not the finger side. If a hold like this is taken strong, you can simply step back and get out of the hold. So generally, this hold is done against the wall, with my back to the wall. For purposes of the camera, you have to just imagine there's a wall to my back. What we're going to do is we're going to use the edge of the hand blow in a circular manner, striking the blow away with body weight. This way. Turn right from here, striking either with a knee to the testicles or using the edge of the hand blow to the neck. Good. Again. Good. Knee to the groin. Good. Okay, do it. No, I don't want to screw you. Good. Good. And use the edge of hand. So, again, in this type of scenario, don't push, none of this. Just strike with your body twisted. Strike. Now we strike, 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 using all of the basic blows. The reason why we don't go into detail about what the follow-up should be is because there's no way to know beforehand how the attacker is going to react. So there's no point in giving a long, complex A, B, C, D method of attack or defense against an attack when we have no idea what he's going to do. It's far more effective to teach just basic principles. This position, knock the arm away. This is my opening move, or this is an opening move now. Whatever he moves, however he is, I might strike with an edge of the hand, I might hit with a chin jab, I might knee to the groin, depending on how he moves. But I'm keeping the same basic, simple maneuvers. Basic, simple maneuvers. The next technique would be a hair grasp. Okay? The first thing to do in this maneuver is to stop the pain of the hair pull. Both hands are clasped, but there's another reason for this. When I do this and I lift my elbows, it protects me from a blow. By lifting my elbows, I'm protected from a blow or slap. As soon as I grab this way and protect myself, lunge forward with the toe of your foot, the toe of your booted shoe, launch it right into the groin. This kick, I'm going to go to the outside, is a flick, flicking in. Just take your toe and smash it into the testicles. Good. Good. Now grab her and slap her. Kick her. Good. 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 You all right? Okay. Again, this gives you protection against getting smacked or slugged. You know, might knock you off balance, that's okay. You haven't broken your jaw and you're not really dazed, and just start kicking away at the groin. The knees are good too, the shins are good. The only problem with that is using the toe of the boot, which is a narrow weapon, against the shin in this manner, which is a narrow target, it might hit, it might just glance off. So you're better off striking to the groin and then using the outside or inner edge of the boot, either to the knee, to the shin, or to the instep. So if we would do that from the hair grab, when we pin, kick, I'm going to stomp. Now, I use the other foot because after I kick, he's going to move back, stomping in, using that stomp. Not worrying about this. Not worrying about this yet. Okay, so practice that. Kick into the groin with one leg, and then stomp on the foot. Kick and stomp. Good. Again. Kick and stomp. Good. Now, very good. Now, in removing, kicking, stomping, removing the arm, we're going to chin jab at the elbow with the closest hand. Chin jab at the elbow to get the arm off. Okay, we have to be careful that we don't keep the arm pinned here, because if I keep it pinned and hit here, I can injure the elbow, which is the idea in a real situation. I'm pinning with two hands, kicking to the groin, stomping, now I hit, chin jab at the elbow. Good chin jab, and just chin jab at the elbow. Kick to the groin, stop, now chin jab, good. Again. Kick and stop and chin jab, very good. Very good. Again, we're using basic techniques. The kicks, not difficult to master. I'm taking my leg from wherever I find it and kicking him in the groin. I'll take a little more distance. It's just a flick of the boot to the groin. Just take your foot and flick it into his groin. As soon as you make contact, stomp step. Then, from this particular attack, I just take my chin jab and chin jab at his elbow. I'm going to try to keep his hand pinned to injure his elbow. From that position now, again, if he's not that severely injured, I'm going to keep attacking him. I'll attack him with edge of hand blows, heel of hand blows, knees, and more kicks to the shins and to the knees. Very basic, very simple. A two-hand grasp. Very easy. Bring the knee in. Once the knee comes in, whatever hand is strong, just release and strike. Good. Again. Good. One more time. Good. Very good. Again, basic techniques. Against this type of attack, knees, edge of hand blows. I could strike edge of hand blow here, hack at this, come back to smash at this, smashing on the inside of the shin. Very, very basic techniques, not complicated whatsoever. Simple. That's the key word, simple. All right, let's say the next technique, a choking technique. What we're going to do is immediately clasp the hands in front of us, drop to the knees. We're going to drive straight up and knees to the testicles. Straight up, drop, straight up and knee to the testicles. Okay, drop down, straight up, knee to the testicles. Good. Again. Good. Now, don't unclasp your hands. Keep your hands clasped. Good. Now, the follow-through to this, drop up as I knee, as I step, is just taking my hands and smashing them directly into his face. Just be careful. Good. Good. One more time. Good. Very good. Again, very, very basic, simple techniques. Elizabeth is using her entire body. She's not simply doing this with her arms. She's dropping, using her entire body to break the hold as she needs to the testicle, and then using her entire body dropping forward, smashing directly to the face. Once this is done, I can smash again, I can hit with an edge of hand, I can hit with a chin jab, and we're right back again to the basic flow of the technique. Very simple, not complicated, not difficult. So we've covered basic attacks that are always handled with simple, basic techniques. Simple, basic techniques. The next series of attacks would be body grabs. We're going to begin and concentrate on body grabs to the rear because this seems to be a big area of interest. As you see now, when Tony applies pressure, what he's doing is one of two things. He's either going to grab me so hard that he's going to crack a couple of ribs, or he's going to grab me, lift me up to throw me down, or lift me up to carry me somewhere. As soon as that grab occurs, bend forward and start to stomp to lower your body weight. Lower your body weight. The only thing you can do from this position is, if possible, try to use a headbutt. If that's not feasible, kicking back into the shins, stomping on the feet, stomping, kicking back, and stomping. Once you've injured them, get one hand back to seize the testicles. Grab the testicles, and now just try to turn and finish with whatever blows you've done. You don't have to feel comfortable doing it. Now stop. Kick back, kick back. Good, again, yeah. Good, good, good. One more time. Stop, stop, stop. Kick back. Good, move, and good, good. Very good. Okay, now, it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look martial arts-like, where she simply gets out of the hole with some bizarre move, because it doesn't work. When you're in this position, you're fighting for your life. There are only a couple things that work. Stomping on the feet, on the instep, kicking back into the shins, kicking back, and as soon as you have them distracted, getting one hand back to seize, not strike, but seize the testicles. Once you've done this and you're stomping, turn to face them and finish them with a chin jab, hacks to the throat, knees to the groin. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Seizures from the front will be handled the same way. If the seizures are under the arms, driving the thumbs into the eyes or into those to get the head back, then hacking at the throat, kneeing to the testicles. If you can push back in a chin jab to dig the fingers into the eyes. Again, chin jab with the free hand, knee to the testicles. You could try to stomp down on his instep, kicking, stomping down. Ear boxing with two hands right over the ears. This is all you can do, and there's no set way of doing it. There's no way for me to know beforehand when he grabs. His head's going to be in front of me, it's going to be to the side of me, it's going to be to this side of me. So I have to have an array of simple, basic techniques. Simple, basic techniques. If you grab Elizabeth, yeah, from the front on the other side. That's it. Dig your fingers into his eyes. Good, good, good. Knee to the groin. Good. This is how you have to practice. A variety of different ways. One way he grabs me here. All right. Try to get into the eye. Shin jab him. Hack him to the throat. Knee to the testicles. Stomp down. This is how you practice. If his head was directly in front of me, like this, get it back. Headbutt him. Hack at him. But basic, simple techniques. This is how you have to train for real self-defense. There is no 1, 2, 3 ABC method. There are 100 varieties, 100 different types of attacks that he could make on me. I would have to have a separate defense for each one. It's not feasible. So stick with the basics and apply it. In any type of close grappling, even on the ground, your best bet is to take your hands in a chin jab position, in a clawed position. And as the grappling, work them into his eyes, into his throat. Work your fingers into his nostrils, into his cheeks. Very, very effective. Driving the fingers. Let's say, into the ear canal. As I gouge an eye, I drive my finger in the ear canal as a hook. I grab his ear and rip at his ear. This is real close quarters combat. And for a woman to defend herself against an aggressive, determined, large assailant, she's got to do her worst, first, fast, and furious. Now that applies to men too, but it especially applies to women. So anyone who's teaching women self-defense techniques and is not teaching this type of ruthless, brutal, determined, aggressive attack is doing a disservice to their students. Any woman that's not training like this is not fully prepared to deal with a determined attacker. Again, the system is not really a system. You don't have to shell out a lot of bucks. It's not a course of instruction that spans weeks, months, or years. All you have to do is inculcate the student that whenever they're in close combat, they go for the vulnerable targets of the attacker, targets of opportunity, realistic opportunity, with simple techniques. How difficult is it to teach someone that in this type of close quarters combat, instead of slapping or doing something that's not effective, to take their hands and dig the fingers of the thumbs into the eyes, ripping the cheeks open, driving the fingers into the nostrils, grabbing the ear and ripping the ear. Once there's distance gained, now, smashing with chin jabs, hacking with the edge of hand blows, smashing the testicles. This is real close quarters combat. It's the type of close quarters combat that a woman, if you look at the disparity in size, that a woman is going to have to use. She's going to have to fight as brutally as possible. There is no art to this. There is no art to self-defense. There is no art. One last thing that we're going to go over, and that's going to be the possibility of multiple attackers. We had touched on that before. The bottom line is whenever you feel that there's a possibility of attack, you have to put yourself in a position and at a distance that is not going to allow the attackers to get so close that they can just move in on you and grab you without you being able to do it. All Elizabeth has to do, Tony and I were moving on her, is to just take a step back. Now, we have to make a move. We got to take another step to get in. As soon as we take a step, all she has to do, one of us is going to make the move first. Okay, somebody's going to be the key man. As soon as that man, let's say it's myself, I move in first, she has to preempt. As soon as I take that step in, she attacks me. Right, she attacks. Kick to the groin, axe hand, chin jab. Whatever she does, a furious, fast, continued attack. As soon as one of us makes a move, she uses the basics to attack us as fast and furiously as possible. And then, using her entire body weight, is simply, let's say, if I made the move and she attacked me, kick me to the groin, chop me, chin jab. Now, grabbing me by the hair or the ears or whatever, she's just going to take me and just, try to move me into him as violently as possible. If she grabs me, she digs her fingers into my eyes, she grabs me by the hair, the throat, whatever. She has to get an avenue of escape. So if she attacked me, okay, now she wants to move me into the other assailant as viciously as possible so she can run away. The most effective technique for her to do, if she cannot initially get out, is a fast, furious attack. Get one attacker moving into the other. And once you disable them, it's not hard to do. After you strike, grabbing the neck of the hair or the clothing, simply yank and turn. Yank and turn. And you'll take the man wherever you want. And once Elizabeth has injured me, with blows, moving me hard into the attacker is not difficult. Then she could kick me in the groin again, kick me, and run like hell. It's not pretty, it's not art, it doesn't look flashy, and you'll never see it in the movies. But it's what close combat is all about. And especially to emphasize this point, what we're teaching on this table is no different than we teach men and women. There is no difference. This is not a woman's course. This is the same close quarters combat based on the Fairburn system that we teach to men. It's basically the same hand-to-hand combat, unarmed combat or silent killing course that was taught to female operatives working for Allied intelligence during the Second World War. These were women who were dropped behind enemy lines to perform covert operations of a variety of different types of operations, and this was the hand-to-hand that they were taught because it worked. It's brutal, it's effective, it's simple, it's not flashy, it's not artistic, but it works. Remember, hand-to-hand combat is a brutal, ruthless, ferocious determination to survive, to destroy the enemy and to survive. Your technique and practice has to reflect that. It's a little rough, people get knocked around a little bit, but that's what you have to do in order to understand how the technique works. This is the end of tape one.